Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watching my channel E13, and I'm here doing a review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 3, Episode 13, Mind Your Own Business. Now, it started off where we had Karen, Candace, and then Kendall went to a spa. They went to get little pedicures. I think they had little fishies in the water, and they dipped their foot in the water, and they just was gonna have that, and they had a little drink. So they started talking, and Karen told us that she had to put a once she found out that Giselle was dating Sherman. No, it was Giselle was dating Sherman. She put a pause with her relationship with Kendall to respect the relationship that Giselle had. But now that they fell it off, she's continuing her relationship with Kendall. Candace told them about the fight because Karen asked, she said, "What happened to the gala? You and Chris was going at it. What's going on?" And she told them about what exactly. And I'm glad that Karen and Kendall checked her because that was like petty for her to even freaking have a fight with him for that something small. Kendall said, him calling you a diva princess is not really that much of a big deal for you to go in the fight. She said, I understand that, but it could, for me, he knows that that's a word that I don't like. It hit homes to me. Because it hit home to you because that's what you do, Candace. That's what you are. You're showing us that you're a diva. You're a princess. You're a little spoiled, you're a princess. You are. You being kept by your mom with her money. You like things how you want to do. You don't like to listen to anybody. So you kind of like a diva. You want your things your way. That's what a diva is. They are difficult. And you being difficult. This whole season you showing us you being difficult. At first, when you came in the scene, you was all good, bubbly and everything. But now you're seeing who you are with this marriage, especially with this marriage and her family and Chris. You becoming the person that, or you're the person that people are saying about. So when him calling you a diva princess, it was not for you to dig deep and go low blow with him about his father. And now Karen said the same thing. I would have did or said something that I would have did because I said last time I would have left her. I would have forget. Karen said I would have left your ass because it's something you just don't go, and you took it that far. It would have been coming back for it. So I would have left your ass, and I would have the same thing. I would have left Candace too because for me call a diva princess, for you to say I'm a deadbeat like your father and I'm a coward and I hope you be like him and go away. That's a low blow. That's something deep. And you went deep for no reason. If you went deep for that, imagine how far you would go when something bigger happens. And I don't want to be around when that happens. So I was with Cameron when she told her, and Candace said, "Okay, but we talked, we worked it out, and everything was okay." Now later on, Candace and Chris went to the prenup. Cause before, I think Giselle, when she first met Giselle, I think she put Giselle put a bug in her ear about prenup, and then she met with Chris, and Chris said I had a problem signing a prenup. If I came in with nothing, I leave with nothing. Shoot, that's how I feel. Like, whatever, marriage is marriage. If I came with what I came with, I'm leaving what I came with. That's it, and whatever we built in the marriage, that's where we split. But everything I made before, I had before this marriage, no, this is mine. Now, Candace to me was being kind of shady. She was dating a lot of stuff in the confessionals, and also when she would meet the lady at the I don't know who she is, like bringing up a lawyer who's drawing the stuff, the documents, or trying to write and take notes down. It just seemed like she was being kind of petty and like diva-ish, just like you been. It seems like you being diva-ish. And she was like, she talked about what she wants. She wanted to protect her business because she has a hair company that she don't want Michael to touch. No, not say Michael, Chris. She wanted to protect her business. Also, she has the house that she's part with it, and so she wants to protect that. And he was like, he has his restaurant that he's part owner of, and he wanna protect that. So then she brought up something about the kids. She said, "Oh, yeah, he been divorced already and with kids and then all that stuff. So I need to know protect that." But she said, "Hold up, when we do prenups, child support is not part of the prenup. So I would say, what are you trying to get, Candace? It's not part of the prenup. That's something else you got to deal with, and with a family court and everything. But prenup is not part of your child support is not part of your prenup agreement. So she said, okay, to shut that down. I said, yeah, because she was trying to go way far left because, oh, he got kids, he got expenses and stuff like that. I need to put that in a clause so he won't touch my money and I pay child support if we divorce. And no, that's not going to happen. That's not the case. It ain't come after you pockets now, and it come after you before. So leave that alone, Candace. And she was throwing little shade. She said, oh, you've been divorced before and this and that. And I'm wanting to sacrifice myself to be with someone like you. He should be able to do the same. She said this is confessionals. But I was like, if you need to do all this as a sacrifice, why you don't get somebody who's never been married, who never had kids, so you can start fresh with them? So you chose yourself to be with Chris. So it was something about Chris that you like. So it's either you be with Chris because you could feel like you could keep him, like you could throw some money in his face and whatever and put control over him. Because Chris is like the person, you can't control him. And they was a little bickering, a little joking back and forth. Oh yeah, a couple years, 20 years, you might leave me for another man or leave me for somebody else. And she told her the course and said alimony. She said, well, if he get a little concubine and find out he got a concubine, then and just deal with it. You need to come up, and we have to deal with that. I said, oh, okay. So I was like, whatever, Candace, do what you gotta do. Hope this little thing. And so the lady told her, she said, with this prenup, it seemed like you had different interests, and y'all cannot get you cannot be represented by the same person because it'd be a conflict of interest. So each one of them will have their own separate lawyer, and they draft up the letter based on the interests they protect, and they draw up the papers for each party to look at and see it come into agreement with the prenup. I said, okay, that was that. Now, Monique and Chris had a little dinner date. No, not a dinner date. It was a little date. It was like a lunchtime, and he sit down. She showed them her logo for the website, Not for Lazy Moms. And it looked like it was a nice little website, web logo. And he said it would look good. And he was critiquing it a little bit, but he said it was really great. Great. Also, they show us a clip of her recording a video for the website. So I was like, this is like Monique is really serious about this. And Chris feel like that she's doing a lot, and she put a lot of her time into taking care of the kids, taking care of him. She want to branch and do her own. So it feel like they don't have much time together. So they had this little dinner date. Not dinner date, little date. And talk. And he said, your birthday's coming up. And he said no to the Lamborghini because she asked for a Lamborghini. I said, oh my gosh, girl. Don't you really have enough cars as it is? I mean, I know you trashed one of them, but it was only an easy fix. Sorry. So he said no to the Lamborghini, but he said what we have to do is that I know you're doing a lot, so whatever you want to go, I'll pay for it, and I take care of the kids, and you just go and enjoy your trip. We find out Monique is turning 34 years old, so she decided she want to go to Cannes. I remember the episode of Girlfriends. Remember the episode of Girlfriends where who was it? Freaking Tony was saying cons, and Joan was telling her it was cans. She said no, it's cons, and Joan said cans. So she asked her friends, and she talked to somebody on the phone, and they corrected her, and it says cans. So that's why I said cons. So it reminded me about that episode, but it's Cannes, France, and she said she gonna invite all the ladies. She gonna do a little invite and make sure her kids put the flags together and put the decorations on the cars. She said instead of her delivering herself, she gonna do something different. So she came up with the idea with a mime. Now, jumped into Robin's scene. Robin was having a conversation with her sons, and they was eating and talk about the tooth fairy. That little nice little cute little things. The kids are getting older. They know the tooth fairy is not real. They know that his mom is putting the money under her pillow, under his pillow. So I like, come on now. After a while, when they're young, they know they gullible, but when they get older, they know the real deal, like Santa, all the other craziness. So he said, "No, it's you. You the tooth fairy." And she said, "No, I'm not the tooth fairy. I go fly and all that stuff." She was trying to play it off. So they went to get Rico. I guess that's her friend that's staying with them. They said what they want to eat. And in the midst of asking Rico what he want to eat, she get a doorbell ring. And she went to the thing, and it was his mime, and she was laughing. She said, "What is this? What is this?" And he was doing all of this, showing the thing. And I said, with the get up, again, you could tell a little bit it was something about a country like France a little bit, because that's what a lot of mimes there, and they had that little get up. But he basically was telling the story of what y'all supposed to be going without even saying it. And so they had the luggage, and they had the thing, different things, and they had the invitation, and they played the recorder, and he was speaking in French. Now, she said she only took Spanish in college or high school, she said. So she didn't understand the words, but most people knew what French sounds like. So it didn't dawn to Robin whether it was going to France until she read the invitation, and it said that, right into you about the trip, we're going to Cannes, pack up your little Tom bag, and we're going to go. And Robin had taken it back, and she said, "Why won't he invite me? Because we haven't talking for like 2 weeks or something." And I think she said 2 weeks or 2 months, whatever. And we haven't talked for a while. They haven't talked for a while, basically. And she said she wanted to know why she got invited. So then we jumped into Ashley. Ashley was talking to her employees, and she said she wanted to have an open mic night. So they had this little planning and saying that they'll have the stage, they'll have different people talk, performing, and she will perform with her brother to perform a song for Michael. And she put a confession that she said, after everybody was telling me, or I found out that he don't want anyone have kids, and so I could either do two things: either leave him, or be the catalyst and do work on the positive and stay in my marriage. Based on what we see, that Ashley said she wouldn't work on her marriage, she's gonna stay with it. Whether or not the kids issue gonna be brought up again, because she knows that he don't want kids. So I guess she's gonna be comfortable being a trophy wife. But don't bring this up again when you say you want to stay with your marriage and you know how he feel about kids. So what you gonna do, Ashley? I want to see. So she was playing the open mic night, and they asked about, one of the employees asked about her mom, and she gonna come, and she said she started getting touchy feeling about that, and she was saying we haven't talked for a while after we had a little blow up, but I guess she was hoping that she was come, and Ashley said her and her brother will do a song for Michael when he comes and show her appreciation to him and sing to him and show him that I'm here for the marriage. I'm here for a long one. That's what she's saying. So that was cute. Now we get to see what Karen and Giselle. Karen and Giselle about to finally meet up to talk about what the issues is. Now when Giselle got there and Karen's already there, and Giselle asked her, "What's your power with me?" She said, "No, you go first because you brought me here. So we were gonna talk. You say what you need to say." She said, "I gotta go first." Okay, yeah, go first. Karen was not having it. She let Giselle have it. Said, "You go first." Right off the back, Giselle was going to talk about Robin. Karen said, "Hold up. I'm talking about Robin in my own time when I talk to Robin. I'm going to talk to you what's your issue with me, not with Robin. So your issue with me is you, me, not Robin. So leave it as that." And then Giselle said, "I had a problem that you was telling people that I was loud, and I came to your event saying we need to talk now, and you was screaming. And I don't know how loud it was because of the recording and everybody talking. Maybe she was loud, and Cameron took that she was screaming at her. It felt like we wasn't. It just seemed like she wasn't freaking screaming. She was just talking to her face to face, like we need to talk somewhere. We agreed that she wanted to talk to Kevin right in the moment and said we need to talk now. But I don't know how to agree how she said it, because when they do the playback, she wasn't loud to us, but Kevin said she was loud. She was screaming. So we need to talk to now. And then Cameron had a foul with Giselle not being a friend because she said she took her back for the press conference that Karen threw, and she said that T-shirt it was not good. She didn't like it, and she said we go all the way back there, and that's all the way back there because that's how the tension started, Giselle, between you and her. That's the same. What's your issue with Cameron? And Cameron is mad because Giselle said you lied. You a liar. We all know Cameron's a liar. Yes, Cameron is a liar. No deal about it. She get offended. Cameron get offended when she becomes a liar because she does lie a lot, and we can tell. She said the whole season she been lying, but at the same time, y'all not good friends. So why y'all rehashing these issues? Why y'all doing this? I don't think why y'all worry about trying to rebuild a friendship. Because at the end of the day, y'all talk and say, okay, we move on. But y'all still have these little issues. So y'all not really friends to begin with. So anytime, I wouldn't even try to work anymore with this. I'll say whatever. It is what it is. But the show, they got to keep doing this. And Cameron told Giselle she needs to grow up. Giselle does need to grow up. She is a mean girl. And she does need to grow up. We see it. I mean, Giselle had her little petty ways, her mean girl attitude, her little high school, college kind of thing. And that's how Giselle's is. We can't knock it. Giselle, who Giselle's is, and she's going to do what she's going to do. And you can't tell her nothing. She's in her prime. She's not changing. So, it is what it is. And Giselle said she has a problem with that. Kendall, she invited Kendall to her event. And Kendall event, and she said no. Well, I was talking to I said she said she was hanging out with Kendall. She said, well, I have been friends with Kendall, and you should not be dating someone's ex. And Giselle said, what about it gonna be plenty of other guys who've been divorced before and somebody ex? So what are you talking about? I think Karen was trying to me like you should not be dating your friend's ex-husband. Well, I don't think Giselle and Kendall was really good friends like that. They was in a social group, in a circle. They know each other through events and meeting each other, so like that. But I don't think they was really close to even cross that for Giselle to cross that line, or able to tell Kendall that she was going to date Sherman, or even dated Sherman in another matter. So that way, I don't think Giselle feel agreed that she need to tell Kendall about it, or even feel any way that she dated Kendall's ex-husband. Because at the end of the day, they wasn't close like that. But Cameron felt another way. She said you shouldn't date someone's ex-husband, so that's on you. During the midst of that, the mom kept coming, and Karen was not having it. She was not paying him the mind. She said, oh, well, you talk to him, because I'm not dealing with him. I'm not dealing with him. He kept interrupting. Giselle was like, who is it? Come on. I mean, just seemed to talk to her, because he tried to cut to our conversation. And so Karen laughed and said, no, you deal with him. And that's that. There we have Monique and Sharice finally met up. Because we know Sharice has a problem with Monique because she feels that Monique is taking advantage of her, using her connect and her contacts to get her friends to her event and shutting Sharice out. That's what basically Sharice's problem is. And she met with Monique, and right off the bat, Monique started getting tired and her, not tired. She started crying. I said, "Oh my God, the tears, Monique." And Sharice said, "Don't start that. Don't start the tears." And she's like, "You like my little sister." And Sharice apologized for not saying something earlier, because she said she does has a problem when she has a way when she practices when she don't say what what's bothering her. She don't say it right then and there, or say it early enough. She bothers in. And so she said she apologized for not doing, for saying something, not saying something earlier, because she has a habit of not saying things that was bothering her. So she apologized for that, and Monique told her about the French trip and invited her, and Sharice came her big sister mode again. I guess she just dropped it off, and Monique said that she wasn't really trying to shun Sharice out, and she said, when you invite me friends, I want to get close to them and stuff like that, but I will never forget that you was the one that helped me. And so So Sharice told Monique that do what you gotta do. Don't let them take it to another level. Be the bigger person and move on. Monique also feel like because she said when she was contacting Sharice, Sharice wants to talking to her. She felt like Sharice was putting her on her side because Robin, Sharice was getting good terms with Giselle and Robin again. So Monique felt like she was going pushed out, and Sharice said, "No, that's not it." And so they started tearing down the crying and had a kumbaya moment. It seemed like they made up. Due to the midst of it, Monique get a text because Giselle finally got the invitation from the Mime who was trying to interrupt the dinner, little luncheon that she had with Karen. And she said, I'm really surprised, get your invitation, but I'm really surprised you invited me. And she basically said she would not be attending. And she said her and Robin would not go to France. So I said, why it was bigger Robin? Robin didn't say it out of her mouth. I guess she talked to Robin and she said the text. But she always included Robin and said, me and Robin will not go. I said, oh, well, you don't need to go to the trip. You don't need to go to the trip, Giselle. Nobody's forcing you to go. So then we get this Ashley's event. Ashley open mic event. During the midst of it, all the ladies was there. Candace brought Chris. Sharice came. Giselle was there. Robin was there. All the ladies came. And Monique wanted to have a talk with Giselle. Put Giselle on the side and they have a conversation. And Monique said, the reason why I haven't come to you in the CBC event is because we was having issues and I didn't want to come and just come and create conflict with your business. And Giselle said her problem is you should have just came and said hello. That's all. This is my thing is, granted maybe she could have came and say hello. But at the same time, if you're not really friends with somebody and y'all not cool, I don't think you go out the way, even though you see each other in the same circle in the same building, go out their way and say hi to them. Especially if you didn't see it. She saw, yes, we know Monique and Karen saw the boot and went the other way. That was a little petty of them. They couldn't say hi, whatever. But at the same time, they didn't even create no tensions because they know every time y'all get together, y'all want to talk, y'all want to create problems. So they want to have that. So I feel that if I don't have a problem with you, if we not cool like that, why didn't they come out my way to go say hello to you, if I see you or not? That's what I'm saying. I mean, granted, Giselle took right away. She has a validity of what she's saying, that you could have said hi to me. You could have came over and said hi and then walked away. I would be cool with that. But then if she would have said hi to you and then walked away, you would have had a problem about her walking away after saying hi. So what's the problem? If she did say hi, you still have a problem with Monique for some reason. And so there was some issues. So she said, when you invite me to a trip, I'm not going to go because why needs to go to a trip, go to a country to celebrate a birthday with you? What 20 minutes ago you came and said hi to me. And Monique said, well, you don't have to go. That's all. And I feel Monique too. I'm not going to beg nobody to go on a trip with me. If you, I don't care if it's only one person. I don't care if I go by myself. If you're not going to want to go on a trip with me, you don't need to go on a trip with me. But that's that. She said, oh, Robin, she said, Monique said she will talk to Robin herself. So she went to talk to Robin, and she talked to Robin and said how she invited her trip. She feel like we could get to a different page, and we could talk, and we did get off the bad start, but we could start over and refresh. And Robin was sitting there, and she said, that's why I invited you to the trip. But if you want to go, I would appreciate if you're going. But if you don't want to go, I totally understand why you don't want to go. So then Robin went to ask Giselle if she gonna go on a trip, and Giselle said, "Yeah, you know what? We gonna go on a trip, and we gonna hang out by ourselves, and we do what we gotta do. If anybody came along, we came along." I said, "You gonna go on a trip and hang out by yourself?" I would say, if I was Monique right there, I said, "Don't even go, no. I don't want y'all to come. Fuck it. And you gonna go on a trip to hang to yourself, and not there with the group, cause you could go on a free trip. Whatever." And I felt like just Robin, and I feel like Robin, why you just ask Giselle? But of course, Giselle's the ringleader, Robin's follower. So, what do you expect from Robin? I said, Robin, do you really have to ask Giselle if she gonna go on a trip for you to go? If you want to go on your trip yourself, and Giselle don't want to go, I said, I'm going. And fuck Giselle, fuck that. Shit like it's a free trip. You ask me, I said, yeah, I'm gonna go. We can work out issues when we need to go over there, and we can see what it's about. But I'm not gonna base my decision of going based on somebody else. And they high five. I said that was a slap in the face, Monique. But what is what it is. It's based on the show. It creates drama in the show, so they're gonna go and hash it out. And I guess they ain't gonna turn down a free trip, but at the same time, they're gonna go on this free trip just to hang out for them, hang out only by themselves. And then if the other ladies want to hang out with them, they can hang out with them. So that was that. Later on, then Ashley mom came, and it was nice that Sheila came, and it was great that they little talk, and Sheila looked nice in her little gown, and it was lovely. And Michael came late. Sheila wanted to sit next to Michael. Michael was not even paying attention to paying her any mind. I was like, damn, Michael's giving her a cold shoulder. Cold shoulder. Was paying her any mind. As she went up there to sing for Michael, it was a nice little song. She had a nice little voice. And they were singing, and Candace said something about, oh, Ashley would say my man about money, but that's not me. It was something. But it was cute enough. And that was about it. That was about the episode. Next week we're gonna talk about the French trip. They're gonna go to Cannes and see how they go. It seems like there'll be some more drama and more talk about Karen and her lies, and is she really living the thing and stuff. I can't wait to see because I want to know more about that. But hope y'all like this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share my channel. My name is Tom Mizzle. My channel is Mizzle14. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.